Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, would you believe, is my 15th YouTube anniversary. 15 years is so long. 15 years is so long. One of my children, my 13-year-old child, wasn't even alive. He wasn't even a twinkle in my eye when I started this channel. This is crazy. So I thought I would do just a bit of a casual get ready with me and a Q&A, because I've had some questions over the past couple of months that I've asked for questions and then I've just never filmed the Q&A. So I thought this is probably a good time. Also, this is full of coffee. This is not even water. This is an entire thing of coffee. I am going to start with my hair. I'm going to curl it a little bit. Wait, let me just move that because I feel like that's fully in my light. I used this heat protection from Lee Stafford that I've had for a million years. Does anybody know if heat protection goes off? Like, it still smells good. It still is fine. It just smells like it always did. But do you have to use it within a certain amount of time for it to still have the same level of protection? I don't know. I'm going to curl my hair, all but for the front sections. I'll do the front sections after I've done my makeup. But curling it and leaving the curls to cool does tend to have a longer lasting effect. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm using an old heat protectant because I'm using all of my products. That is a question that I have, which we'll get to. I am trying to spend less money this year and to use up what I have. And so I'm using products that I bought probably 10 years ago. I find that I style my hair so much more since it's been short, because I barely ever did anything with my hair when it was long, which is why I have so much heat protectant left over, because I so rarely did anything with it at all. But it takes so much less time. It's just like a quick something and a zhuzh when your hair is short. I am kind of growing it out. I'm not like intentionally. I've had quite a few trims. That was actually a question I got a lot. I didn't pick out because it didn't seem, it was just like a bit meh. I don't regret cutting my hair, and I'm not specifically growing it out because I have had it trimmed quite a few times to keep it shorter, but I'm growing it out just to like maybe my collarbone. I think that's a good length for me. So let's kick off with the questions. What holidays do you have planned for 2025? I feel like I've spoken a lot about this, but we've got 2, which is incredible. But I'll tell you why. There's 2 reasons. The first reason is Ella's not coming with us. For the first year, it's just a family of 3. Although the first holiday we're going on, my dad is coming with us. He's like replaced Ella. He's taken her room in the villa. And he's coming to Disney with us next month, which is really exciting. Ella's just got other plans this year, and she's only got so much annual leave. You know, she's 19. She's got things she wants to do. Her friends are at uni. She's working, so she wants to use all of her annual leave to go and visit her friends, which is fair enough. But that also means that it's cheaper for us to go on holiday, because we've lost an adult's worth of cost because we've always paid for her to go. So once we booked it all, we were like, do you know what? We've got extra flights available, we've got air miles to use, and we ended up finding an amazing deal to use our air miles for flights to New York in August. So this might like my best year ever, which totally falls in line with my whole thing. I'm having like a bucket list year before I turn 40. I think the idea was that I would turn 40 with something in mind of like, there's still so much to do. I know that that's true, but I wanted to like kick it off feeling really energized and motivated. And so I feel like I've made more plans this year than I've ever made intentionally. Anyway, so we're going to New York in August, which obviously I'm super excited about. It's my favorite place in the world. And we're going to see Death Becomes Her, which is a brand new musical, hopefully with the original cast. That's what I'm keeping everything crossed, that it is still the original cast when we go in August. It only came out like, I want to say last month, so fingers crossed. But I really want to see the people that are in it right now. So that is what we've got planned. I'm super excited about Florida. I was talking to Milo about it yesterday because we're both more excited this time than we have been. And I said, I wonder if it's because we can imagine what this is. Like, I love New York. I know what a New York holiday is. So I can imagine, like, I'm excited to go to New York because I know what we will do when we're there. I know what it will feel like to be there. Whereas because we weren't really Disney people, we'd only been once before and we stayed in an apartment and it was like, that was the first time. And then the next time we stayed in a villa. So I couldn't really imagine what that holiday was going to feel like. This time we're doing the same trip that we did last time. So I think that's what it is. And listen, I'm all for people going to the same place every year, because it's the familiarity that helps with the, the anticipation of the holiday. You know what you're looking forward to. And so I'm extra excited this time. I'm actually making some t-shirt designs at the moment for things to wear while we're away, which kind of leads in, but not really, to the next question. Any update on the shop? I'm not going to be selling t-shirts in the shop, but we will get to that. Any updates on the shop? In case you didn't know, I've been talking about this on my vlog channel here and there, but my friend, if you've followed along for a long time, she built her own house a little while ago. And so that didn't go very well. Everyone was really shocked when they sold their house and decided to buy this one. But she's bought this other house and it's got a shop attached to it, which is incredible. She also has a small business, and she very generously is going to let us... What is happening with this piece of hair? It just won't curl. She very generously is going to let us be in this shop permanently. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be in Hatfield in Doncaster if you are anywhere nearby. I'm hopeful that I'm going to be there once a week. Obviously, Karen and I have still got like full-time jobs. Not full-time jobs, day jobs. I don't work full-time. Karen works full-time. Oh, I'm leaving that. We're doing makeup. But I am hoping that at least once a week, probably a Saturday realistically, but we'll see how it works out. I can be in the shop. It's going to be so much fun to like have a little shop with my friend. Obviously it's her shop, but to be there and to have an actual, like, we're going to have a display for smoke and matches, which again, if you didn't know, we sell candles and wax melts and other home fragrance stuff. We've also got a perfume now. It's just going to be the best. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be so much fun. It should be open by the summer. We're not 100% sure when things are happening yet. But fingers crossed, by the summer, definitely by the autumn, there will be a shop that you can come, and even if we're not there, if you are local, you can come and sniff and shop our scents in person all the time. All the time. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. It's something that I would never have been able to do because we aren't, Karen and I, because we do have day jobs, we aren't intending on, we're not earning that kind of cash that we can give up our day jobs anytime soon. It's still a very small profit business for us. This is an opportunity for something that we would never have been able to do at this stage in our business. And so, yeah, it's really, really exciting. But I will let you know as and when we've got more updates. And I do have a channel dedicated to candle business stuff. So if you are interested in the candles or you're interested in small business stuff, I'll link that for you below. All my channels are always linked below. But that's probably where I'll speak most about it. And we might have like shop vlogs. Literally couldn't be more excited. Also, this was Capital Soleil SPF 50 that I just put on. Base I've been using the most recently is the Purito Seeker Clearing BB Cream in Natural Beige. The tone of this is the most neutral. Just say Natural Beige. I was like, does it say neutral? It says natural. But this is like the most neutral undertone I've ever found on any base in existence. Or at least on me it looks neutral. Maybe on someone else it looks like super yellow or super pink. But to me, I love it so much. It matches my skin tone so well. It's pretty high coverage for a BB cream. I mean, I guess they're not like super low coverage, but you can still see your skin through it. It shears out really nicely. And initially, way back when I first tried this, I thought it was breaking me out. And I don't know what it was, but I don't think it was this. I mean, the fact that it's called a clearing BB cream, it shouldn't be breaking me out, really, should it? But since then, I've used it a lot, and it's been one of my absolute favourites. It makes my skin look like skin still, but it gives a nice, even look. I'm going to be interested this time when we go to Florida, because we're going at a different time of year. We've never been in May before. We've been at the end of the year, and we've been in the height of summer. how much makeup I actually wear, because when we were there in August, after, on like day 2, I'd given up. Was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing makeup to be like sweated off my face and just be so uncomfortable. So I'll be interested to see how much makeup I feel comfortable wearing in the Florida heat in May. This is the Hydra Maniac Blush Glow Hydrator from Urban Decay, and the colour is Wrecked. Next question. How is your low buy going? Has it been harder than you expected? No. And do you know what? I got this question a little while ago because I feel like I talk about it all the time. So I may have answered your question in the meantime. But no, it has not been harder than I expected at all. I actually think it's been easier. And I don't know if that's because my interest in like buy, new is less than it used to be. Oh, I've like decanted so much more product than I need. I feel like this kind of, because it's like a watercolory type of product, I feel like when I put it on, sometimes it just washes away. Maybe it depends on how I apply it. If I apply it with a brush, it seems to be a denser application. When I put it on with a sponge, it just disappears into the sponge. Anyway, I don't know whether or not it's like my want for those things has changed, if it was just all happened at the same time, or if maybe I've managed to change my habits through doing it. I don't know, but it really hasn't been difficult at all. But I've even been shopping. I've been filming some shopping vlogs recently because I know they're popular, and just because I'm not shopping doesn't mean that other people don't want to see that content. Plus, I don't have a hard time. Like, it's not, while I'm out, I'm not like, oh my God, I have to stop myself from buying things. I don't feel like it's working against me. If anything, I'm looking, thinking like, oh, that's a trend right now. I will see what I've got that works for that trend. Or, because I'm such a hoarder, I've got clothes from like 15 years ago that they've come back in style. Or I'll look on Vinted. Just such a big fan of Vinted. Such a big fan. That said, I have had some things, like for example, this t-shirt. Lee bought this for himself and then he didn't like it, so he gave it to me. So there have been some things that technically are new. Technically. But so far, I've only bought one thing. I'm allowed just to clue you in, for those of you who don't care. I'm allowed 5 things from either beauty or from clothing, brand new this year. That's why it's a low buy and not a no buy. I'm allowed to buy 5 things that are not secondhand and I didn't get from Vinted. And so far, I don't think I've got anything from the beauty side. I may have knocked off one just because I had to buy things in order to, like, I had to spend a small amount of money in order to get up to the level for my cult beauty. I don't know if maybe I've knocked off one. Maybe I've said, let's call that one. But not one specific thing that I've gone in and been like, I'm going to spend all of the money on this. And I bought one thing from Primark in the clothing section, which was what Lee and I refer to as a muumuu. It's not really a muumuu. It's basically just a like big flowy summer dress. I tell you what, the weather at the moment, I am filming this slightly in advance, but the weather at the moment has been so, like, I feel really clammy right now, but if I go outside, it will be cold. Like, there was ice on cars this morning, but I feel warm in this room. And if I go outside, it will be super cold. And to be fair, if I go downstairs, I'll probably want a blanket on. It feels like the weirdest inclement season that we're having this spring compared to other years. Do you not think? Like, I'm all for the fact that sometimes if you're not in the sun, it's not warm, but it's this strange kind of cold warm, isn't it? It's weird. Anyway, I bought that dress because it's the perfect colour. It's like a rust, which I love. And in the summer, when it is super hot, especially when I'm not going out and I'm just like, I get up in the morning and I want to put something on, but I don't want to put something on because it's so warm. I live in those kind of dresses. The dresses that are basically, it just feels like pajamas. Like you're covered, but you don't feel like you're wearing things. Unfortunately, they feel very much like holiday dresses, but that's not the kind of holiday we go on. And I don't feel like that's going to be a dress that I would wear in Disney or really even New York. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I to go back to the actual question, I haven't found it particularly difficult at all. I can't find, oh, there it is. I haven't found it particularly difficult at all to stick to the no buy or the low buy, mostly because of Vinted. So I've been selling tons of stuff on Vinted. I actually need to go through some stuff today and put it on. And my rule is any money I make through Vinted, so like Vinted credit or whatever it's called, I can spend that freely. So what I've been doing is putting loads more stuff on Vinted so that I can buy things on Vinted. That means that I need to sell more to buy, like I probably sell 3 things to buy 1 thing. So it's having the same effect of I'm getting rid of more things to bring things in terms of like not having a lot of space to keep everything forever, but it's also sustaining itself in terms of shopping. Vinted is the future. So no, it hasn't been particularly difficult. And in terms of beauty and stuff, I just haven't really been consuming that content. That's not, let me put that back on because that is doing something for light, I think. I haven't really been consuming any kind of beauty content. I'm just watching vlogs and small business stuff, and that's it. And like gaming content. I'm not really watching anything, although I may need to cut myself off buying things on Steam because I've been buying a lot of video games recently. But I don't feel at all like I'm stopping myself. Like, oh, I wish I could buy this, because I'm just not consuming the content, you know? I'm not putting myself in a position where I will obsess over, oh, there's this new thing and I really, really need it. Chances are I already have something that does exactly the same thing. I'm certain that I do. Are you going to do any planner sessions on your other channel? Honestly, I really overcommitted this year. I spread myself way too thin. At the end of last year, I was getting really excited about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do like help people plan for the year, and we're going to motivate each other, and we're going to yada yada. I can't do it all. I really wanted to. I liked the idea and I wanted to spend time doing that, but I only have so much energy and time in the day, and there are so many things that I'm committed to doing, from actual like work stuff to YouTube stuff to business stuff with Karen to I started a Substack, which is basically 3 posts to write every week. And one of them is a podcast episode. And then on top of that, you've got like family commitments, just being around for my husband and children. It's too much. It's too much. And I know this is a thing that I do. I'm not sure I will ever stop. But when I sit and write down, like, here are all the things that I've committed to, and here's all the time that I have, you know, like, you only have a cup full of energy, and here are all the cups that you have to spread it out over. Sometimes something has to give, and I can't do that right now. I really wanted to, but no, probably not. Do I still have an Etsy shop? Yes, I do. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit more mascara, I think, because I'm not doing anything else on the eyes. Milo's loudly blowing his nose. I think he's just woken up and it's like 11 o'clock. I'm filming this and it's the summer holidays. No, it's not. No, it's not. It nearly is, but it's not. It's the Easter holidays. I do still have an Etsy shop. I occasionally post things on it. Really, I use that Etsy shop to sell things that I make for myself. This is another bit of a workaround for my no-buy, because if I make something and put it on my Etsy shop, technically that's like a business sample, right? So I am going to be making some things. By the time you see this, they may already be up because I am filming in advance. But I am going to be making some things for our trip, and they may or may not be going onto the Etsy site. My idea is I'm going to do Disney tarot designs. So I wanted to do some like Disney t-shirts, but not like generic, you know? And I also wanted them to be like Disney, but not so Disney that it's, first of all, really obvious that you're wearing a Disney t-shirt, but second of all, really obviously copyrighted, because that's not entirely legal at all. So my idea is Disney Tarot. The one I've drawn up so far is the light. So it looks like a tarot card. It says the light at the bottom, and it's like a tangled theme. But I don't think, like, unless you knew, you wouldn't know. But I've got a couple of other ideas. I want to do the world. That's taking me forever to draw. Like the Epcot, the world. I like the idea of the door for Monsters Inc. I've got a few ideas, but really my Etsy shop is designs that I've drawn for myself, designs that I've made up for myself, like t-shirts and sweatshirts and things like that, and I sell them on Etsy. It's very niche. So yes, I do but it's not going to be for everyone. I can't tell you how warm I am. Honestly, this is crazy. This was, by the way, MAC Plum, and I'm going to put on the Hourglass. I bought this last year and I've barely used it, and I need to start. I can't remember what this was called, and it doesn't say. It's called Crave, the colour, but you remember, I went on and on because it's like a lip gloss in a lipstick, and it is really nice, but it was so expensive. I did get the one from Elf. It wasn't as nice. It was nice, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't as nice. It's very pretty. I'm gonna make myself use it more. Am I still doing Couch to 5K? Yes, I am. I started again because I felt like I wasn't doing it properly. I don't know if you've ever done Couch to 5K. It's hard, first of all. It's really, really difficult, especially if you are unfit like me. I don't know what it is, but I suddenly lost all stamina. Like, I can't do anything for any amount of time. Like, I used to be able to walk for a really long time, and I can't anymore. And so what happened was, one day I did a karaoke session. I went into town and I sang a karaoke song, and I genuinely could not sing one song all the way through. And I thought, this is where I draw the line. I've been out of breath walking up my stairs for more than a year at this point, but that's where I drew the line. Not being able to sing a full karaoke song was like, no, we can't live like this. So I decided to do Couch to 5K. I was doing pretty well. I started my second week, and I had been doing it on the treadmill at home while watching the Kardashians, because I find that they are my most motivating TV show. That's my shameful secret, but they are. They're always like in skimpy clothes, and they make me want to work out. I know, it's not a great thing, but it is true. And I felt like I was doing a good job. And then I tried to do it outside, and I couldn't do like one. Like, if you've never done it before, you do like 60 seconds of running, so many seconds of walking, 60 seconds. I couldn't even do the first 60 seconds of running. And so I realised I need to mix it up a little bit. So now I'm doing a little of both, and I'm calling it Couch to Karaoke because realistically that's what it is. It's not about weight loss. It's not about how I look. It is about, I suppose, partially lung capacity, but mostly stamina and not being able to walk or, run at all. I'm not really intending on ever running, but I'm hoping that by running like this, I will build up my walking stamina. That is really longevity, because I just felt like overnight, like I went on a bike ride with Milo last week, and it took it out of me in a way that it would never have before. So yeah, I just need to get better. My hair is taking a moment to cool down, so I thought a fan might help. I don't know if this is a terrible idea or absolutely genius. Also, I was looking for some hairspray. I was like, why can't I find the hairspray? I did. The Triple Sec 3-in-1 finishing spray. I've got like a little bit left from Dry Bar. I do like this. I like all the mists on Dry Bar, particularly. Like, the mist is everything, isn't it? I like those. They're a little bit expensive. I have had them sent to me, and I have purchased them, so FYI. But while I was looking for it, look what I found. A crazy colour, peachy coral. I think I bought this when my hair was darker, and then I decided it really wouldn't take, but I bet it would now. I am really tempted to give that a go. It is probably around the right time, because I have got a hair appointment before we go on holiday. So it might be a good time to try something like a washout colour. She won't mind. Whenever I talk about doing something crazy with my hair and my hairdresser, you always get people that are like, that I would hate you. She loves me. We have fun. She enjoys the chaos. She likes changing things up. So she wouldn't mind at all. Fan also reminded me that I need to start with my packing. My dad came to get a suitcase the other day, and I was like, oh shit. Oh. I probably should be packing. I probably should do something. What I really need to do, going back to the no-buy, is I need to start packing so that I know what I've got and what I need. Because my biggest thing with holidays is I will panic buy in the week before, especially like in the days before, where you've only got 2 days, and so you can't order it from the cheapest place. You can only order it from Amazon because you need it tomorrow. That's the thing that I really struggle with. I've got a lot of time now. I think I've got like 5 weeks at the time of filming this before we go away. So this is probably the time when I should be going through everything, starting to get everything out that I want to wear, trying things on and deciding what actually I need to take, I need to buy, if anything, which realistically probably not. But I've got a lot of shorts that every year I'm like, I don't know how these are going to fit, you know? Your body changes as you get older. I don't know. Okay, love the hair. Love the hair. Don't usually do hairspray, but I thought, you know, since I've taken the time to do the hair, I'll hairspray the hair. There is just that one piece that just refused to kill, but we'll tuck that in the back there. It's fine. Right, I got one final question. Are you still planning on moving house? No. The last time we were talking about moving house, I mean, maybe we've talked about it since, but when Mum and Dad moved out, the plan was we were all going to sell up because it was so complicated. But the house is in my name, but some of the money was theirs. It was like, so we were going to sell up and we were going to go our separate ways. And we tried to sell the house. It wasn't working in the time frame that we needed it to. So in the end, we bought my mum and dad out, and we kind of thought, well, we'll look to sell it again in a year or so. And then Milo made friends on our estate, and he's got kind of like a social thing now. He's going to go up to another school in a year or so. It's all very like, Ella works really close by. The transport links for everything are really good. It doesn't make sense for where we are right now to move. It just doesn't. And so realistically, we'll probably stay here for another 10 years now. Initially, we weren't sold. But things have got better. It was a new estate. We had a lot of teething problems. But it's better now. We like it now. You know, like sometimes you've got a little bit of an ASBO vibe in an area, and it feels like that's never going to end. But people grow up, and we've been here for nearly 10 years now. So there was like an ASBO element that I feel like maybe either don't live here anymore or grew up and maybe they were just kids. You know, sometimes you've got like a lot of loudness. There's still that thing. We actually literally did get a letter through the other day saying there's been reports of antisocial behaviour. We specifically, because we live on a path, we specifically get bikes, like quad bikes, not road safe bikes, but not like path safe bikes, going up and down at all hours outside our house directly because it's on a path. And there's like fields. So we are connecting a main road to fields. That was the biggest thing. It doesn't happen quite as often now. But early days, it was like, oh my God. Counting down the days till we could sell the house. Now we don't feel that way. Plus, because Milo's like so settled, that's just kind of, we're probably just going to stay here now till neither of the kids are with us. Or, well, I don't know. I go back and forth over like, I want to always have room for them both, just in case things happen. But at the same time, I do like the idea of downsizing to something smaller and having a little bit of land, you know, in the future. I don't know. Let me know. Parents, let me know. How do you feel? Do you feel like even when your kids have left home, you will always feel like you should have room for them? Or not so much? I don't know. Minimum we'll have a spare room, but the difference between a 2-bed and a 3-bed is pretty significant if we would rather have the land, you know? Anyway, we're going to stay where we are for quite a while. We've got some plans. I potentially would like to change the kitchen. We've talked about this a lot, and I feel like the longer we leave it, I'm like, well, we could have done it. Like, we could have benefited from this kitchen. Like, why are we waiting? But also, the economy is terrible and I've got no money, so that's a good reason why we're waiting. When things get better, hopefully, when things get better, maybe we will. But we've got plans that we would like to change in the house since we know we're going to stay now. And also I love the garden. It's really established. My dad did a lot and then I did a lot once they left. And I love being able to see the plants that I've planted grow and be like, oh my God, that's like, I planted that 6 years ago and look at it now. The wisteria in our garden is next level. It's about to bloom and it's my favourite time of year. It just is like, it's very Stranger Things, I will say. It does scare me a little bit because it's very aggressive and it feels like it could potentially come tapping on our bedroom window one day and be like, I'm going to take over the house now. But I love the way it looks. Anyway, that's the final question. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I did. Thank you for keeping me company while I got ready for the day. Wearing my shirt that's not mine. I love this though. I love the whole like feel of this. This is what Lee didn't like. It's like baggier, but it's intentionally that way. He likes like a slim fit, whereas this is, it's obviously it's not like massively oversized, but he likes something that's more slim to him, whereas I do like something that feels a bit oversized. I don't know what he was thinking. It was always going to be mine. But yeah, 15 years. I can't believe it. It's crazy. Here's to 15 more.